Just a moment. Yeah. Now, yesterday we have started with condition of good hypothesis. Yeah. Yesterday we have done 4 points. That is relevance. Hypothesis must be self-consistent. Hypothesis must be testable. Are all the 4 points clear to you people? Yes. Muskan
Yes, ma'am.
and Gauri.
मैम शॉर्ट में एक्सप्लेन करो ना फिर से.
फिर से एक बार एक्सप्लेन करूँ. अच्छा ठीक है चलेगा. Conditions of good hypothesis. When can we say that it is a good hypothesis? For saying it is a good hypothesis, for verifying it is a good hypothesis, there are some terms and conditions. You might have heard about the word terms and conditions, right? Yes. Now, let us begin with the first one, relevance. Relevant means what? If a person is caught into a problem, if a person is have found into a problem, then he or she themselves has to find out the solution for it. So when a person is into a problem, he or she is finding out the solution. That solution should be relevant to the problem wherein the problem will be sought out. Wherein problem will be sought out. The best example, as you people are students, yes, as you are students studying in standard 12. Now you know what is the problem and what is the solution. When you will be there in the problem, or when you see that you are caught into a problem, when you are not studying for your exam, when you are not studying for your exam, you have got less marks have become a problem for you, right? Less marks have become a problem for you. So what is the solution for it, Gauri? What is the solution for it?
स्टडी करना अच्छे से,
So
बुक्स
that is
रीडिंग
a
करना.
solution. That is a solution, right? So that solution should be relevant to your problem. Yes, you have scored less marks. So less marks, that is a problem. If you will keep on roaming with your friends, just doing time pass, that won't be a solution.
No.
That won't be a relevant. Yes, that won't be a relevant hypothesis for your problem. That's the reason you have to find out the solutions or the steps which are related to your problem. Is it clear, the first one? The next one, hypothesis must be self-consistent. Now, yesterday also I have told you, self-consistent means we should have our own control should be there. If you are fought into a problem, for example, I will be explaining you with the best example. Are you a non-vegetarian or a vegetarian?
नॉन वेजिटेरियन.
Muskan, you might also be non-vegetarian, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm just giving you an example. Huh? Now, as we had Shravan, yes, and you have a big group of your friends. You have a wide friends in your group. So,
Yes.
one of the friend is having birthday party. He is arranging a party in hotel, and he is calling you. Yeah. Now your Shravan is going on, and he has invited you for a birthday party. Now, after going there, he will be ordering as per the veg and non-vegetarians friends, he will be ordering. Now you being a non-vegetarian, as there is a Shravan month going on, we follow some conditions, traditions, culture is there. So because of it, we just avoid eating for 1 month, right? So what happens
Yes.
when the order is been brought to the table and you see everybody's order, how delicious the food items are, so you start watering, your mouth starts watering. But there what you have to do, you have to control yourself. No, I am having Shravan, afterwards I will be having this item, I will be coming with my family and I will have this item. So you are controlling yourself, that is self control should be there. Understanding, you are controlling yourself. Yeah, it is
Yes,
a
ma'am.
human psychology, sometimes it happens, but as we are into laws, conditions, culture, traditions, we have to follow some rules and regulations. Staying in a society, our family also have some culture, some conditions, so accordingly we have a self control on ourselves. Gauri, are you able to understand this?
यस मैम, यस.
Control, huh? Now, hypothesis must be testable. A hypothesis must be testable. The best
Verified.
example.
Ma'am, kitchen one example you have given, I know that.
No, I'm giving the next example, other example. Now, when we say testable, you know, not drive. I don't know whether you people know driving or not. Two-wheeler, scooty
No.
drive. No,
Yes,
no. Now, just an example I'm just giving you. You learn to drive scooty, right? Two-wheeler. Yeah. So directly, basically, it doesn't happen for two-wheeler testing. They don't do, but for four-wheeler, when a person starts learning how to drive a four-wheeler, and then he applies for a learning license. Yes,
yes,
you know
ma'am.
license. We require license for driving, right? So
Yes.
whether it is a two-wheeler, whether it's a four-wheeler, accordingly we require license. For two-wheeler also we have a separate license. For four-wheeler also we have a separate license. So when a person is learning how to drive a four-wheeler, after learning, after completing his course for 15 days or 1 month, whatever it is, directly the person is not getting, yeah, directly a person is not given a license. Yes, a person has to go to the RTO office. Basically, this used to happen earlier. Now, I have just heard that driving license we can apply online also, but there are few conditions there also. What are the conditions? I don't know that, but earlier used to happen when we are applying for a driving license for four-wheeler especially, they will be giving us one single date. On that particular date, we have to go there. There will be a vehicle provided by the RTO office. That vehicle we have to drive in front of them. We have to drive, we have to take a turn, whichever turn they will be saying, whether it's a left turn, right turn, whichever turn they will be saying, we have to drive and show them. What are they doing there? They are testing our drive over there, whether we are capable of getting a license or not, or we should have to continue with a learning license. Yes,
Yes.
understanding, they are testing our drive. Test drive has been done there. They are verifying the drive of the driver, whether the driver is capable of driving or not. When the driver they found it capable, who found it capable? There are traffic police sitting over there, RT officers sitting over there. They watch us, they observe us, whether we are doing it, whether we are driving it properly or not. That verifiability has been done, and then only they provide us the license. Yes. The next one, hypothesis must be compatible with pre-established knowledge. Yes. See, whenever we are into a problem, now the best example, you came to 12th standard.
No,
No.
ma'am.
No, na. How you came to 12th standard?
Step by step, one class.
Step by step, one class. So you have started acquiring slowly knowledge, a step by step, a grade wise knowledge you have started establishing, right? Yes. So
Yes.
whenever you are caught into a problem, you are using your previous knowledge, you are using your knowledge which you have established earlier.
Yep.
Yes. And then only you find out some solutions. Accordingly, you use your brain, you use your knowledge, and accordingly you find out the solutions to come out of that problem. You find out the hypothesis to overcome the problem. Understood?
Yes.
Understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes. Now the next one, hypothesis must have explanatory power. Yes. This is the this and the next one, the sixth one. They are quite similar, quite similar. Huh? Yes, tell me what happened, Muskan? Yeah,
Nothing,
tell me.
ma'am.
No, I have heard, ma'am, so I have just stopped. Is there any
No,
doubt over here? Okay, fine. Shall I
no.
proceed? Okay, fine.
Yes.
Now, see, hypothesis must have explanatory power. Hypothesis must have explanatory power means what? The facts, the solutions, whatever. For example, when a person is caught into a problem, yes, and while discussing with friends, you discuss many things with your friends. Friends are your best buddies.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So friends are your best buddies. So whether it's a good experience, bad experience, you share each and everything with your friends. So what happens once you have caught with the problem and you yourself have found out the solution? So those facts or those solutions, what you have found out, that should be explanatory. That means you should be able to explain others how you came across a problem. From that problem, how you have found out the solution. So it should be must explanatory. Understood? It should be explanatory. Explanatory, that means the solutions or the facts should be explanatory, should be explained, expressible.
मतलब हम कैसे एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, हमारी पावर कितनी एक्सप्लेन
हाँ
करने की, वही ना.
हाँ, yes, that means अगर आपको कुछ भी see, a simple example I'm just giving, not only problem, see, if you are doing something good, I'm just talking about a hobby. Different people, there are different peoples, yes, unique people are there, unique people have unique features, unique characteristics, unique people have different hobbies. So if you have a hobby that is craft making or something sculpture making, so one of the person comes to your house and he sees, wow, what a beautiful art it is. Yes, what a beautiful art it is, what a good art you have made it, I really liked it. Or we make some wall hanging, we have no glass painting, different types of arts we have. As a hobby, we just join hobby classes during vacations. So if you make something like that, a very nice and beautiful art, a sculpture or a wall hanging, and you have just put it in your house, and the guest comes to your house and they just see it and they like it, and they'll start asking questions. So that time what you will do, you will start explaining them how you have made it. So what is there? There is the explanatory power. You should have an explanatory power to explain others. समझ में आया गौरी?
Yes, ma'am.
मुस्कान?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. Now hypothesis must be predictive power. Hypothesis must have predictive power. Here this I will be explaining you again. If the researcher deduces more consequences from the hypothesis, then it is said that the hypothesis has a great predictive power. Predictive means predicate. How a person is predicting the predicting that this might happen or this might take place in future. Predict karna. Now see a best example, now as we are facing monsoon season. So during monsoon season, what happens? Thunder lightning. First thunder lightning starts. Yes, then the environment of rain takes place. After thunder lightning, yes, we understand, we predict that now there will be heavy rain. So we predict that there will be heavy rain. Understood? So the predicting power should be there within a person. But that predictability should be actual. It won't be false predictability. समझ में आया?
Yes, ma'am.
आप किसी चीज को प्रेडिक्ट करते हो कि ये आगे जाके ऐसा ही होगा. I am giving, as you both of them are well grown up, as we have psychology, a simple example I am just giving. I hope you people are sitting with microphones and
Yes, ma'am.
headphones. Yeah. Now see, you have a big friend circle. Yeah, you have big friend circle. Within group of friends you have girls, and within that group, if one of the child, that is one of your friend, who is not interested in studies but she likes to be with boys and to make boyfriends and this that, so listen, I'm just giving you an example. So by seeing at her behavior, the way she behaves, the way she reacts, what you will be having a prediction regarding her?
She is फालतू लड़की.
No, but
आगे
what
जाके
will be
कुछ
the
नहीं होने वाला.
ha, that is the predictions. What will be the predictions? That she won't be doing anything in her life. Whatever the parents are spending behind her or for her, it is not going to be worth. Understood? So that predictions, the person should have a predictive power. समझ में आया? Explanatory power अलग होता है, predictive power अलग होता है.
Yes, ma'am.
समझ में आया?
Yes.
मुस्कान?
हाँ, चली गई है.
Yes, ma'am. मैं यहीं पे हूँ.
हाँ. No, why I have given you this an example, because you are well grown up. I have just given you an example that we are such grown up wherein we understand what is good for us and what is bad for us. Yes, and here there are two concepts: explanatory power and predictive power. समझ में आया? So I have given this an example. Don't connect this with your real life. This was
Yes,
just
ma'am.
an example.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Now hypothesis must be simple. Yes. Hypothesis must be simple. Scientists prefer that a simpler the hypothesis. Yes, simpler the hypothesis, simpler the steps to solve the problem will be easy. Yes, simpler the hypothesis. Now, if a person is caught into a problem, if a person, as per the problem, if a person find out the solution, the problems get easily solved. That means the hypothesis should be simpler according to the problem. Then only we can see this. Then only we can say that if all these conditions of the hypothesis are fulfilled, that is relevance, hypothesis must be self-consistent, hypothesis must be testable, hypothesis must be compatible with pre-established knowledge, explanatory power with predictive power, as well as it should be simple as such. If all these conditions are been fulfilled, then only we can say that the hypothesis is a good hypothesis. I hope this is understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
hope this is understood.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
Yes, yes.
now let us begin with, yes, let us begin with the next one, that is verification of hypothesis. That is verification of hypothesis. There are two ways for verification of hypothesis. Yes, there are two ways for verification of hypothesis. That is direct verification and indirect
Yes.
verification. Yeah, direct verification and indirect verification. Let us understand. Before we start with direct verification and indirect verification, hypotheses are verified directly as terms of empirical hypothesis or instantial hypothesis, and those which are verified indirectly are termed as theoretical or non-instantial hypothesis. Now, yes, now when I say, now, yes, now when I say empirical hypothesis is a hypothesis which is based on certain facts, and theoretical hypothesis which is very in depth it is. Yes, now let us start with it. Just a moment. Yeah, so direct, here we have seen direct verification, indirect verification. Now we will understand the kinds of verification, what is direct verification and what is indirect verification. Now let us first start with direct verification. Direct verification consists in observing the facts to which the hypothesis refer. I repeat once again. Direct verification consists in observing the fact to which the hypothesis refer. It consists the facts. It consists, direct means you are directly observing it. Direct verification consists in observing the facts to which the hypothesis refer. We are appealing to facts directly. Yes, to observe the facts directly. Direct verification may be either by observation or by experimentation. As I have told you, direct verification, when can we verify it? When we ourselves are directly observing it or experimenting it. समझ में आया? Then only we can say that it's a direct verification has been done, wherein we are observing it directly by our own eyes. Now, when actual observation shows the things, hello, both of them are there?
Yes.
Huh. Now, when actual observation shows the, yes, just a moment. Can you see me?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Huh. So when actual observation shows the things referred in the hypothesis are actually found existing, then it is called as direct verification. See, forget about others. Just keep in mind, when a term is called direct verification means what? You yourself is observing, you yourself is verifying, and you yourself is experimenting. Yes, somebody else have seen and that person is explaining you, that is not called direct verification. When you see, you observe and you experiment, it is called as direct verification. समझ में आया? Understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, indirect verification, most of the scientific hypotheses cannot be verified directly. Such hypotheses are called as non-instantial, that is, they are called as indirect verification. See, some experiments can be directly seen. Some experiments can be directly seen. Some We can observe few things directly, so direct verifications can be done. But at when we say research center, NASA, there we can't do direct verification. The only the scientists over there, they can do it. But we as a common person, we will be having a indirect verification, wherein we can see those videos only on internet, that is YouTube. So there it is a indirect verification. Two steps are involved in indirect verification: a deductive development of hypothesis, means by assuming hypothesis as true, certain consequences are deduced from the hypothesis that are based on the hypothesis, connected with the hypothesis. Yes, some problems are connected with the hypothesis, that is Kon-Tiki expeditions. Now, Kon-Tiki expeditions was a journey. I will just tell you in short. Here there is an indirect verification. What happened in indirect verification, which can't be seen directly, that is called as indirect verification. Here they have given an example of Kon-Tiki expedition. In your book, the example is there, Kon-Tiki expedition. Kon-Tiki expedition Kon-Tiki expedition was a journey that was being done by the Americans at the South Island. Yes, South Island. There, the South American people, they had a culture, and that culture, the South Island, the people living on the South Island, they had a culture, and that was bought by the South American people. So what happened? They had a connection between the people living at the South Island and South American people had an interrelation with them. So to find out this, they thought that whether there is a connection between the people living on the South Island and South American. If there is a connection between their culture and tradition, this should be verified. This should be verified. So what happened? They have thought they thought to go at the region, go at South America, and to verify that it is true or false. So they have started with the journey through seaport. Yes, they have started the journey through seaport, and they have started the journey not with a big ship, a normal boat, and they took over 100 days, 100 years, not days, 100 years to reach there. Yes, so that's a simple example. So these are the things which can't be verified. It is indirect. A person can't have a suggestion. Yes, this can't be verified directly. See, conducting an experiment in the laboratory, a person sees, understand, direct verification, and keeping an assumptions on this particular things or having a belief on these things. We don't have faith. When we say we don't, we say now, if people see, some people have an habit of saying lies and fake na, बहुत बड़ी बड़ी बातें करना. So what happens? We understand their nature कि इसमें सच्चाई कम होती है और झूठ ज्यादा होता है. So we don't have faith on this particular persons. We don't have faith what they are saying, because we can't verify that whether it is a correct or incorrect. Yes, so it is indirect verification wherein this particular things cannot be verified directly. So they are up to the mark, they are false. समझ में आया आपको?
Yes, ma'am.
उनको 100 साल लग गए साउथ अमेरिका पहुंचने के लिए. वो कभी पहुंचेंगे, कभी वेरिफिकेशन करेंगे, वो बात पॉसिबल नहीं थी कॉन्टिकी एक्सपेडिशंस में. समझ में आया?
Yes.
अंडरस्टैंडिंग?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, limits of verification. जैसे वेरिफिकेशन, व्हेन वी से वेरिफिकेशन में हमेशा रिलेशन होता है कॉज एंड इफेक्ट का. C stands for cause, E stands for effect. There should be, when we say verification, जो हुआ है, जिसके कारण हुआ है, उसमें कुछ रिलेशन होना चाहिए. That is called as cause and effect. समझ में आया? Now, limits of verification. Verification shows that C is the cause. C is the cause of E, but does not show that C is the only cause of E. ये मुझे कोई एक्सप्लेन करेगा दोनों में से? Can anybody would explain me this?
C is the cause of evil, does not show that
Any example? Media related example, if you have anything as such that this is not the only cause this thing have happened, the
Ma'am, वो
controversy what we see on television or what we see
yes,
the
ma'am.
news watch what we read, what
The verification show that is you shown and slide C is the cause of E, but
hmm.
does not show that C is the only cause
हाँ
of means C is the cause, but it's not showing that कि वही cause है करके ना.
हाँ, the
तो
statement
इसमें
is correct what you have
example.
told, but can you relate with an example? Pardon?
Nothing, ma'am.
See, now
I can't.
listen, just a simple example. Uh, last month, that actors still now the controversy has been going on. What was the reason behind it? One of the actor have uh, made wrong this, and he have lost life. Regarding that actor, still the controversy is going on. Other example I will just give you. See, verification shows that C is the cause. C stands for cause and E stands for effect. But what they are saying, if there is a problem have taken place, I will just tell you an example. When accident happened, yes, accident जब होता है, तो accident होने के पीछे एक ही कारण नहीं होगा. A four-wheeler driver is driving a car, and when an accident takes place, are you audible? Sorry, I am audible for you.
Yes,
Can you
ma'am.
hear me? Can you
Yes.
see the slide?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
fine. Now just pay attention. When a driver is driving a car, yes, and when a driver meets with an accident, so uh, when the driver meets with an accident, there might be a number of things might have happened. Yes. First of all, I'm just giving you an example. Take it as example mode. First of all, the driver might be drunk, and he is driving the car. Yes.
Yes,
So
Yes,
when he is
ma'am.
drunk and driving the car, he loses his balance from the brake, and and at the time of at the circle port, that is at the signal port, if a vehicle crosses out, that time he loses his balance, and so the accident takes place. I'm repeating once again. When a driver is driving a vehicle, four-wheeler, and he is drunk, he's drinking and then he is driving. When he is
yes,
drunk, he will be losing his balance from the brake or something, other things might have happened. So for his accident, losing is the balance. Losing balance from is not the only reason. But the main reason is what? He have drunk. Understanding. So it is being told that after the limits of verification is what? Verification shows that C as a cause of E. C is the cause
yes,
of E. जो effect हुआ है, that is accident हुआ है, उसी कुछ cause है. But does not show that C is the only cause of E. जो effect हुआ है, सिर्फ उसके पीछे एक ही कारण नहीं है, और भी होगा. Now, a best example, Sushant Singh Rajput, the actor who have died last month, I suppose. So now, if you
June.
see his controversy, there are n number of different things linked with his name. Yes, but still now, the what is the actual reason or what is the actual reason behind his death is not yet been found. Understanding, media have brought up n number of different reasons, but what is the actual reason? Still CBI is having a judgment of it. They are having an investigation of it. Understanding, they have involved a number of different actors and politicians are also involved into it. It is said that now it shows that the hypothesis explains the observed fact quite well, but does not show that it is the only explanation for the observed fact. I repeat once again, it shows that the hypothesis explains the observed fact quite well, but does not show that it is the only explanation for the observed facts. Yes, I hope this limits of verification is very much clear to you people.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So this was till here, it was the lesson. We have just completed with the lesson, and we will start with the, okay, now still there are 10 minutes yet.
we can have
Still there are
talk.
10 minutes left. So I will begin with the next chapter of the this subject. Yes, within 10 minutes, let us see how much you can complete it, and then I will just have a questionnaire part with you. Do you have any doubt in this chapter? Please go through it.
Abhi?
Yes, just a moment. I will just proceed with my slides. Do you have any doubts? Because in this chapter, I have explained few slides again and again. So yeah, this is the definition part of the hypothesis. You can see the slides, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I have started with the beginning. Can you see this?
Yes.
Huh. Yeah, definition is clear. Okay. I will just scroll the slides. If it is clear, if it is well understood, please say yes. Then I can go, I can proceed to the next slide.
Yes. Yes.
Say loudly, my dear. Yes, Gauri.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it clear, beta?
Yes, scientific investigation.
Characteristics of so it is an important stage in the scientific investigation. I have explained this twice. Do you
Yes.
have any doubt over here? See examples. See examples now. Whatever there in the textbook, accordingly only you have to write it in your examination. That is not compulsory. If you have understood the concept, so I am telling you, understand the concept. Wherein if you have understood with the concept part, you can write your own examples.
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding? Yeah. So it is an important stage in scientific investigation.
Yes, ma'am.
Here they have given that new discovery of Neptune. This example was been given. They have specified this. Attempts of explanation. What are the different attempts, different steps that are being involved while explanation of the hypothesis? Yes. Now, the next one is provisional. Provisional means to give, to provide, to show. Now, every hypothesis is always provisional in character. Yes, it is merely a tentative supposition or suggestion. Yes, it gives a suggestion and it should be simple. Pardon? Yeah. So it may turn to be right explanation or it also may turn to be wrong explanation accordingly. According to the problem, if the solution has been found out, accordingly it should be verified. Accordingly, we can understand whether it's a correct one or a wrong one or a right one. Provisional. Now, it is an organizing principle. It is an organizing principle. How it has been organized, in which are the steps for organizing this. Now, the first one is the aim of the science is to understand and explain facts. Yes. Now, in fact, there is an order. In fact, there is an order in nature, but this order cannot be perceived the way in which one can preserve facts. Yes. It cannot be stated in that way wherein one can see the facts. An initial stage of scientific inquiry, one fails to understand the connection between the innumerable facts and events in nature. Yes, innumerable. क्या हुआ? What happened?
मैम आपने जो ये स्लाइड्स में देखो सिंबल दिया है
हाँ.
वो सिंबल इम्पोर्टेंट है.
nahi, it's symbol. I have just used it for the slide PPT purpose.
Okay.
These symbols are not the book. I have just used it for my benefit,
Okay.
for PPT, for just making of the PPT.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And facts appears to be scattered, yes, isolated and unrelated to each other. But once the hypothesis is verified to be true, the order among the facts is revealed. Now, here they have given the example of Newton's law of gravity. See, that they also have, yesterday also I have told you, in a point of view of a common person's observation and an scientist observation is different. It differs from person to person how person observes. Yes. Now, when we as a common person, when we sit under a tree fruit falls down, we have just taken that because of the wind there is a force that has been created, and so because of it the fruit have fallen down. But if it is a scientist, scientists have seen falling of the fruit down, he have thought, he have imagined, and then Newton's law of gravity came into existence. The theory of Newton's law of gravity came into existence. So while bringing into existence, there were some steps which were been organized for this particular principle. Understanding. Now, the next one is rules, result of rational activity. What is the result of the activity to solve the problem? Yes, hypothesis is suggested, but no problem can be solved without rational thinking. Yes, if a person is not able to think rationally, think practically, he will not be able to find out the solution for his problem. Yes, so there won't be any result for his hypothesis, for his problem. So it is said that hypothesis is said to be the result of rational activity with rational thinking. Understanding?
Yes,
Got it?
ma'am.
Not there or what? Yeah.
What, ma'am?
Now you people will be explaining this. Come on, Gauri, tell me result of keen and creative imagination, beta.
Result of
Muskan? Muskan? Muskan is not there. Yeah, result of keen and creative imagination. Napoleon Bonaparte was a person who used to ship from one place to another place, one from one country to another. So whenever he used to ship, yeah, Muskan. So whenever he used to travel from one country to another, when at one particular country he used to load the food items till the time he reaches to the destination to the next country, those items used to get spoiled. So Nicolas Appert was a person who have found out imaginative this solution for this, a creative solution for this particular problem. He have started boiling the food items,
boiling food items
bringing those
at
food
room
items after
temperature.
boiling, bringing those food items to a room temperature, and then packing those food items with a tight container, a tight core, wherein this canned food was been used for a number of days. Yes. Now, origin or suggestion of hypothesis, how hypothesis came into origination or came into existence. Yes, how did it originate? That has been told. Hypothesis is a tentative supposition that is formulated in order to solve the problem. Yes. Why it is, when we say a hypothesis, hypothesis means what? We have to find out a solution to a problem. So when we are into the problem, it is our duty, it's a formulation that when we start finding out the solution. In this way, hypothesis came into existence in result to solve the problem. Is it clear? Now, yes, while solving the problems, there were no guidelines given. While solving the problems, there were no guidelines given because problem was differ from one another. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, keen and creative imagination. Yes. Muskan, just tell me about keen and creative imagination over here. Gauri, just tell me about painstaking work.
पेंस्टेकिंग कीन इमेजिनेशन मतलब जब
Yeah.
हम थिंकिंग ऑफ हाइपोथेसिस कीन इमेजिनेशन इज द इम्पोर्टेंट फैक्टर
इस बुक से बोल रही है।
बुक से बोल रही नहीं बुक आई नहीं है मार्केट में भाई नोट कर रहा है वही पढ़ रही हूँ
Yeah. And I have given one example over here. Painstaking work. What is the meaning of painstaking work? Meaning I'm asking you.
मीनिंग
Yeah.
सुनाई दे रहा है